Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today we're going to butcher about 8 birds we have here on the Homestead. We have the fire going. We have the new chicken plucker. We'll show you that here in a second. But right now we got to go dispatch the birds. Right now they're still up in their coop from this morning, but later on we'll open that door and then they get access to the outside. But there is the coop. We also have a tour of our chicken coop where you can, it's over at patreon.com, where you can see a full tour of how our coop is set up, how it's secured, and all that is over at Patreon. You're next in line. I was like, oh joy. So how many chickens do you suspect we've raised over the years? Do you have any numbers?
Hundreds.
And it's one big pile of feathers. Now let me talk to you a little bit about chicken feet. I know it's gross for a lot of people to think about, but saving your chicken feet is the best way to make very good, very flavorful chicken broth. And chicken broth, if you haven't seen in the stores, has really gone up in price a lot in the last couple of years. And so making this yourself at home is super, super easy. But let me give you a couple pointers. A lot of the tutorials you'll see online on YouTube, they will tell you that you have to scald these really, for a few minutes or whatever, just to get the skin off, and then they clip the nails off. You don't have to do that. You can use this just as it is. You're gonna put this in a pot, you're gonna boil it or keep it simmering for at least 24 hours to make a good broth, because all that cartilage, all that skin, all these scales right here are gonna break down into like this gelatinous goodness. All the nails will partially dissolve, and once you're done with all that, you're gonna strain it and you're gonna throw all that away anyway. So you don't need, as long as the biggest thing you need to know when it comes to the chicken feet is just keep it clean. Keep the, scrub them if they got dirt into them. The chickens get into everything. So scrub them, make sure they're clean, and then throw them into the pot, just like they are. You don't have to skin it. You don't have to take the nails off. Just make sure it's clean and then use it as is. And it'll make absolutely fantastic broth. By getting rid of the skin and the layers up here and then the nails, you're just letting a lot of that cartilage, a lot of that collagen go to waste, and that's the stuff that you're after to make really good broth. So there's my pointer on chicken feet.
Well, for 10, 12 years now, we've been raising chickens. And we've had this ongoing debate whether to skin a chicken or to pluck a chicken. Well, the opposition won. And we've been skinning our chickens for a long time, but this year we're doing something different. We're gonna go ahead and pluck our chickens. And to make it easier, we got a Yardbird chicken plucker. And I looked at the top selling chicken pluckers, and I got one with the highest ratings on it. Figured I couldn't lose on that one. So today is our first day of using our chicken plucker, and we'll use it from about every month all summer long. We'll be plucking more chickens.
How do you think it turned out?
I think it turned out pretty well. There's a little bit of a learning curve. We found that we need to cut the feet off the chicken before we pluck it, because it tends to get jammed up. And then we found that it's better if you don't have really big birds, to put 2 birds at a time in the plucker, and it works a little better. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve, but I think overall it turned out pretty good. The price on this one was about $500.
$500.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've definitely gone up over the years.
Yeah, gone up,
Okay.
like with everything. Now here we don't have water pressure because we're off grid. So we have to use a small little, I have a Generac water pump coming out of the water tank to the pump to the plucker. That gives us the water pressure we need.
How much water do we use?
We use about 200 gallons for 7 birds.
The biggest advantage of a system like this and getting one is time saver. Now, I have done a number of other butchering videos before in the past, and have done other butchering events where I've gone to other homesteads who have these things, and it really helps speed things along. Recently I was talking to somebody at a conference we went to, and they said that they butchered 20 chickens and it took them all day long. That's why you want something like this, because you're spending a lot of time plucking when this does it in a mere matter of seconds. So investing in something like this, yes, they can be expensive for sure, but it's well worth the time, because this took us only about 20 minutes. Okay, it took us longer to heat the water than it did to butcher 7. We actually did 7 chickens today, because one of the chickens we caught last night was actually a hen. We discovered that this morning, and so we let her go. But so it was 7 chickens in like 20 minutes. So that's why you buy something like this, to save time. And as I've often said on my channel, you want a productive homestead. Low maintenance, high production, that's what makes a homestead work, because you have about a zillion other things on your list to do today, and you want to get your task that you have set to do done as quickly as possible so that you can move on to something else, thus keeping your homestead low maintenance and productive. Anyway, what do you think? Do you have a chicken plucker? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Has it saved you time? Was it an investment well worth it? Please leave your thoughts below. Tell us where you are at on when it comes to plucking chickens and chicken production. Your experience might help someone else who's reading those comments. And a lot of people just lurk and they read comments. Be sure to like the video, subscribe before you go. I really appreciate that. Leave a comment for the algorithm, and we'll see you next time on the Homestead. Bye.
Have you ever gone to a health food store and seen all those small bottles of probiotics in your cooler section? Man, can they be pricey. Are you really getting all you need to improve your gut health from those expensive bottles? How viable are they? Most of those products claim to give you between 8 and 15 strains of gut-healthy healing bacteria. Think of each strain of bacteria as a different factory in your gut. Each factory is responsible for breaking down that food in its own way. The more factories you have, the more the food is broken down and the easier the food is absorbed and digested by the body. A 2018 study published by the National Library of Medicine shows that one fermented head of cabbage can produce up to 114 strains of beneficial bacteria. That's a lot more food factories than you're getting from that expensive pill bottle. And that's just cabbage. Imagine the probiotics when you add garlic, onions, pepper, and more to that ferment. PerfectPickler.com and its home fermentation kits provide you with everything you need to get started making your own gut-healthy food factories from the comfort of your own kitchen. PerfectPickler.com even provides a jam-packed recipe book with many of our kits. Visit PerfectPickler.com and start fermenting your own veggies to begin your journey to better gut health. That's PerfectPickler.com.
Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the Homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.